Hello everyone, this is Harishankar. I would like to show the code now for creating the virtual tour of the famous Indian monuments. So let us see the code now. This was the HTML code. You can also see there are four different files for the HTML itself. So I will show you now what is the importance of that. This is the CSS code also. This is used to basically design how you view the website. It also plays a major role. So take care of your CSS code to look the best when compared to other websites. Let us see the output once. Yeah, this was the output we got. Just have a look. I will explain the code line to line so that you can get a complete idea how to create this website. This was the VR section where you can see the 360 view of the monuments which were already kept inside the code. Let me split the screen so that you have a better view. Yes, the first section includes the basic HTML structure. Here you can also use the help of a met where you can simply get the structure of the HTML. Don't forget to link the CSS file also so that it gives the styling to your HTML code. Without that, you could not get a proper output. See these two lines where we have included a library. You may think that is it required, but definitely yes. As you were trying to project the normal photos as a VR photos, I prefer this library to be installed so that actually this is a JavaScript library which helps you to um, view the normal photos in the 360 view. Okay, now coming to the header and these are some basic CSS codes for the containers. Let me show you. Here each section can be divided as a container so that you can arrange the things properly. As when you are assigning a object or image or text into a particular container, definitely it does not exceed it and gives you a perfect view. Now coming to the body, this is the home page. The home page is shown as this. Here we can see the background image which looks good. So you can add this background image by linking the image file here. This is a image link for the home page. With the help of this, you can directly get a background picture like this, and you can place the text above it. We can see a login button here, right? So it's helpful. We see this. We also see this in many of the websites. How is this placed? Let us see. Just add a button, give the ideas login or anything you remember so that it will be helpful to style that later in the CSS. I have given the ideas a login so that I can easily recognize and use it whenever I required in the CSS file. You keep the button ID here so that um, body itself we will be having a login button. Now where this button should be that we will discuss in the CSS file. Now let us all keep the elements required line to line in the HTML. Later we will be designing it in the CSS. Now we have a here uh, we have two divisions where it is called as parent division and this is the child division. The class is given as a navigation bar and logo. You can see, this is the class that is given as navigation bar indicates this line. You can see here we have a text and some buttons or links and again a button, sign up button, which redirects to another page. To get this, see we have placed here a text travel and we have the links placed. All the links you can see on this website are placed in order here. And here there is also a sign up link. You can see this. Now coming to the next section, imagine this as another container. So in this container also we have a text, photos, and again here links or buttons, and here one more. See, we can place it in this manner. The text that is displayed here is placed here. The one more link is placed here. All the buttons are all the images and their what we call their names and the images are placed in this fashion. We have let us say the example of now Qutub Minar. See the line number 78. We can see the 79. The heading is given as Qutub Minar. Following that, the image link has been given. with the styling, we can also style here itself instead of CSS. The pattern for that, you can see here. The width and height of the image is given, and this border radius you can see, right? The border radius is basically given to round the edges, like how much you can give it in pixels or percentage, that is up to you. It rounds the edges rather than squaring them. Now similarly, the other three are also placed here. You can see a button or link, right? That is also placed here itself. The white text indicates the text that to be displayed on the link, and you can see here H reference that is given as hash, right? Uh, you can modify that with your own link, like after clicking this button where this page should be redirected to. That can be placed here, so that once you click this link, it will directly redirect to that page. Coming to the next, yeah, footer styles. And there are five links here: copyrights, terms and conditions, privacy policy, cookies. It's important to for everyone to read this, right? Basically, terms and conditions and privacy policy. These all. So you can similar place five different links here and redirect them to the individual pages, so that they will be available once you click these links. Again, you can see a image here, right? This was just some styling effects. To look the website good, we have used this image. So the image link is placed here. Coming to the next, the description of the monuments we have seen above. This was some basic description just to have an idea about these monuments. So these were also given in the HTML code as, yes, you can see here division. After creating a division, we have given the class name as the image. Again, in that image, there was subdivision with a class name of text wrap. This text wrap, the first monument you can see as a Taj Mahal. Yes, here, Taj Mahal. So you have given the heading as a Taj Mahal, followed by some text, which you can see here is placed here. Yes, is placed here, and the image related to that. You can even add an alternative text here like Taj Mahal. Similarly, you can add even here the alternate text like Charminar. Even here, India Gate. Basically, this alternative text is, you might be wondering that why to use this alternate text. As the name suggests, this was just an alternative for the image where blind people, or where even blind people can access the website efficiently, just as we do. We can identify this image as Taj Mahal. So we know. How do they know? Simply, they will be using the text there, where the screen, what we call screen readers are already available. So with the help of them, they can know that there is a Taj Mahal there. The image is of a Taj Mahal. Sorry. Yes, the four descriptions are given here. Now coming to this view. Here we have a heading and the view, later followed by two buttons to go to the next and previous. Yes, we can see right here iframe, vrframe, source 2.html. Let us discuss about 2.html later. Now coming to this id vrframe, this indicates this id. We have given the id name, and this is the vrframe where you can see the 360-degree of the image. Again, yes, you can see here heading, right? Historical monuments of India 360 view. That is added here. That is added here. Yes, here. The color of this text can also be seen here. It, by using this style, what do you say? Style abbreviation, you can simply give the styling here rather than giving it in the CSS. Either of the ways is okay. We can prefer our easiest way and convenient way to complete that. Now this coming to this is the JavaScript required to see the normal image in the VR mode. This actually we can see here two buttons, right? Next and previous. How do these work? When you click on the next, it's automatically going to the next image, and similarly when you click the previous, it is going to the previous image. And also observe a thing. Once the four images are finished, even when you click next, it automatically redirects to the first image. So how it is working? Let us have a look. See, you can see that everything will be having an index. So see these functions: load scene, and all. The load chain gives the index, the present index, I mean the starting index. So when you immediately load the screen, it definitely stays on the first image, right? So similarly, you can see the first image here. When you press the next button, it shows the next image. So you can see here monument index plus 1 going to the next image. Similarly, previous you seen means minus 1. Here you can see, right, these are given by the JavaScript, so that only with the help of JavaScript we can create an interactive website. Like we are giving orders to do for the buttons. um, we are giving its duty, what it should do once we click them. This was the code. You can have a look here. Now coming to the 2.html, these files, each file is created for one monument. Let me show you in the index file. See, you can have a look here. Once we created the VR frame, what all the images we require to show in the VR mode are displayed here. So these images are in these files, 2.html, 3.html. These files need to be represented here, so that in that HTML file we can link that Taj Mahal image. And this was the script of, again, JavaScript library which we are including in that, so that the normal image will be converted into the VR image, like this. You can see here, right, like this, where you can see the angle of rotation here. The basic idea for this angle of rotation is placed here, 0 to minus 90 degrees. So this was some angle given by us to that, so that it will have a rotation angle of that. Similarly, 3.html, 4.html, for each monument we have created a different file, and we have all linked those files here, so that in this container only those 4 will be appear. Now coming to the CSS code, again we will be seeing this line to line from the starting. So let us move this website also to the top. You will be having a clear view. No paddings and no margins are left. Okay. The here we can see the font family imported. You can see here 2 fonts where we use in this website. We need to import them from the available things, so that we can have a good look. Yes. Now coming to the navigation bar. Navigation bar, we can see this was the navigation bar. We have discussed it in the HTML. We have given a class name for it as a navigation bar for this purpose. So we can style it here. See, you can see the background color. You can change it, right? See, you can see it was changing here as we change it here. Yes. So we can see the navigation bar width as 100%. So it occupies the space 100% of the screen, leaving no margins and no borders. And the height of it is around 80 pixels here. Yes, you can see this was the height of the navigation bar defined. Similarly, the display is given as the flex, which we use in most cases, as it is the most appealing display. The color of the text is can be seen as a black, so it was given here. All the items are aligned to the center. You can see, right? They all are at the center. Now let us see this menu on ordered list. We have given them, yes. Here these are the menu and these are the unordered list. So these were the buttons, right? All the buttons. So similarly, we have given them. Again, here also display flex and align items to the center. And these were the links. There was no text decoration done, and there was some padding. See, you can see the link. There was some space, right, after and before the text. So there were some paddings. Yes, letter spacing given. We can also modify that. You can see here border bottom. See, 4 pixels solid black color. So whenever you are moving your cursor onto this, you can see as soon as the mouse cursor starts to hover, you can see the bottom line. See, slowly the width also increased, and it settles at 4 pixels for the screen. And the color of it is also black, as mentioned here. Right. Now for the sign up link, you can see no text decoration, fine, and the text color is black. That's also fine. You can see when compared to these letters, this was some bold. These was way thicker than this. So for that we have given a font weight as bold. Now border radius. Border radius is 12 pixels. You can see here. So when we are giving 12 pixels, it rounds the edges. The more the The more this value, the greater it will be rounded, right? Now border is given as 2 pixels and padding as 12 pixels and 30 pixels. You can see here 12 pixels and 30 pixels padding. One for the vertical, one for the horizontal. Yes. As soon as you hover it, you can see, we can observe the red color, right? See, you can see here. Border here, 2 pixels border is also in red color. But when you hover, leaving this sign up letters, everything in the uh, inside the border is highlighted to red color, and you can see some time taking. That is given as 0.6 seconds. The time required to change the color from this background color to the red color. Now body width is also can be given here. 100% width and 90 VH. The VH is generally with respect to the height of your screen ratio. Yes, yes, all these are background images. Fine. Here, these were some styling effects where we use in the body as we can see here body, right? This was the class name provided by us. Now heading is of size 40 pixels. Similarly, here heading A, we have given this to, you can see in the HTML under, yes, class name is here heading A, and this is the link. So this section you can see, right? This was the now current section we were talking about. So even heading and yeah, these were that related to this appearance. So you can see font weight is bold. The color you can see here. The border radius is also given, right? The background color is white. Yes, the background color is white. The padding you can see. Border radius you can see. These were rounded. See, letter spacing has increased once you hover it. You can see that it is expanding. So you can see here. Once you hover it, the letter spacing increases to 3 pixels. Yeah, it expands by 3 pixels. What does it? The meaning of that is it expands by 3 pixels. Yes. Next, the places with dot h2. Yes. You can see the color here given as red, right? So the headings are given as red color. The background color is this black color. Yes, fine. See, this was the code you can see. The code we discussed here, right? Heading A, it corresponds to this. Now, similarly, when we discuss about these things, here also there were 4 links and 4 images with their respective headings, right? Same way, you can place the text color here, right? And background color as black. Yes, border radius is just given as 1 pixel, so you cannot see the rounded edges. Fine. The padding is given. See, you can see the equal space is left. So the 30 pixels gives here the width left before starting to the left is 30 pixels and to the top is also 30 pixels. Yes. Now once you hover these buttons, you can see the text color is black. Sorry, the background color is black. So you can see the background of this text changes from white to black. Yes, and it increases by 3 pixels. The original text of the color does not change. It remains at red itself, as we have not mentioned anything. Now coming to the footer, this was the footer section. These things, these were also aligned with the help of display flex. Uh, Content is justified to the space around, and items are aligned to the center. Space around, it divides the equal spaces. Like as say here there are 5 things, right? So it divides the total screen provided to this footer section into 5 equal parts and places the things accordingly. See, we have given the color as green, so you can see here all the text is in green. When you hover, you get an underline. Yes, text decoration underline. So you get an underline. Transition is 0.4 seconds. So once you keep here, after 0.4 seconds time itself, you can see the underline here. Now login button. See, you can see the login button as mentioned above. Yes, this button. Now you can even text it. Position is absolute. Yes, so it's not fixed. It's absolute. So once you scroll down, the login button disappears. So it also gets scrolled. If the position is fixed, even if you scroll down, the login button will be right here in the top right corner. exactly in this position even when you scroll. But here we have kept it an absolute. So it is not fixed. So once you scroll, it disappears. Yes, the color is given black. Yes, the left margin is given as 90% and top is 10 pixels. So yes, the background color transparent. So it gets merged with this background image. No color given. No dot image is corresponded to this image. After that, yes, previous buttons and next buttons. You can see at the bottom, right? Yes, these two buttons. These two buttons, you can see there is a background color when hovered and the border, right? So how to get those? You can have a look here. See the buttons. It was of 40% from here to here. When you hover, the color changes to some reddish pink color. So you can give the styling effects here. The previous button, the left margin is 10%. You can see some 10% of the screen is left. And after this button, for this, a certain amount is left, right? So margin left for the next button is 40%. So after this, 40% of the screen is left, and the next button is placed. Height of this box is 40 pixels, and width is 20% of the screen. So this button is 20% of the screen, this button is 20% of the screen. And the height of this is also given as yes 40 pixels. The color of the screen is white. Yes, you can see that. The margin top is 1%. So it does not sticks to this, the VR frame, right? So the space in between is 1%. Yes, the log for the login button we have also given the hovering effects right here. It changes to blue. The background of the login changes to blue color once you place the cursor on it. You can see that here. In the same way, you can see the uh, next and previous buttons hovering effects also. Once you keep the cursor on it, changes to this color, this specified color. So with the help of this code, you can finally create a VR frame. The final output of this website, the of that code is this website where you can have a look. Even you can also try this. I hope you do even better once you get practice. Yes, this was the website made by us. Thank you, and I also wish you all the best.